Welcome back. Thanks for checking out the channel. We're gonna do a 2-for-1 today. Two Japanese flies, or Kebari, from the Takayama area. And that's in Gifu prefecture in Japan. First one's a simple fly. Everything here is sped up. I did have a lot of coffee, so I was a little shaky when I tied this. But this is just a black wool yarn body. It's black wool being tied in here, and it's done thickly, and then a black hackle, and that's kind of just a great all around, very simple black fly to fish with, and it's tied in standard style, or what in the West we're familiar with, the standard way of tying in a soft tackle, and that's called Jun in Japanese. So here I'm just making sort of a football-shaped body, kind of thick. It's a fat fly. The yarn is pretty fat, and that yarn's gonna absorb some water, help it sink a little bit. The hackle is a hen hackle. This is a hen cape, and an Indian hen cape at that. These fibers are not very webby, and that's the nice thing about the cape versus the saddle. Somewhere sort of in between a stiff and I guess a true, like, webby soft tackle. The fibers are a little bit stiffer. You can see now how those fibers are. They kind of almost mimic maybe like strung saddle hackle, cock saddle hackle. But shorter fibers here. So just a bunch of wraps of that, and then you push it back like you would a standard Western style soft hackle. Make them angle back, and tie off the fly, tie off the head. Do a little back to front whip finish. It's a very simple fly. It's a great pattern to have to fish, whether you're fishing with a Western rod or a Tenkara fixed line rod. Just a great, super simple, easy pattern. And there you go. And then we're going to give it the old 360 spin here, so you can see it all the way around. And that's a traditional fly. And then probably the more famous shape of fly, anyway, from Japan, or Kebari, would be the Sakasakebari. Sakasa being reverse hackle. So the bend of the fibers facing over the eye of the hook. And this one, the Takayama Sakasakebari, is kind of one of the more famous ones. It's a red silk, and I made a head. This is a hen pheasant. And you can see I'm tying it so that the inside, the part of the feather that was against the skin, is facing me, and the shiny side is facing, and almost like a Yorkshire spider, I'm getting that wrap behind, in this case behind instead of in front, to really stand that. Actually, no, it is exactly like a spider, right behind, just to get that hackle to stand up. We don't want it to be a cone. We want it to be more umbrella shape, and I'm stroking it forward as I do it. And I did get some wonky fibers that are going the wrong way. It looks like it may have twisted on me. These are not meant to be framed flies. These are meant to be fish flies, and hackle going this way or that way is not necessarily a bad thing. So I wouldn't worry about it. And that's the idea. Now, peacock herl, going to slip it in behind there and make that thorax, this portion of the fly, out of peacock herl. Nice bright herl. And just wrap it attaching it right behind the hackle, couple wraps down, cut it off on the bend side, and then the part that was against the hackle, just gonna wrap. I think I'd do 4 here. 2, 3, 4. Tie it off. Get those hackle fibers out of your way. This is a more of like a scud hook shape. Traditional hook shape in Japan, it has a more dramatic sort of scud-like shape to it. And they would often tie these flies with blind hooks, eyeless hooks, make the eye first, and that helps build up some bulk. So I'm just sort of trying to build a taper here. Taper body, go down, back up to the herl, and then down a little bit further. And now I went a bunch further because I'm gonna like back to front whip finish here and kind of fill in that space as I do the whip finish, and get that taper flattened out. And then that's it. That's the fly. Pretty simple. Just pull that whip finish tight, cut it off there. Put a little head cement. I put a little head cement there. And just make sure that knot's kind of seated nice. I didn't really talk about this, but I built up the head a little bit. Again, usually they would tie these blind hooks, so you would get a little bit of a head built just by building the eye there, or if you tied nylon on or horsehair. So there you have Takayama Sakasakebari. Again, red silk hen pheasant. The Japanese pheasant is different than the ringneck pheasants. We get here, fibers have a little bit of a different quality, but it's pretty darn close. And you can't get those. It's even hard to get them in Japan. Here are the two side by side. A little quick zoom in. And thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying them. Leave some comments. Let me know. And thank you.